CinePals. We're watching Living Single today. However, I have some important things I want to say before we get into the episode. Please listen to everything I have to say. So, first and foremost, I'm very well aware that this came before Friends. Everybody in my circle loves to remind me that this started before Friends did. Everything we do on this channel is influenced by two things: our own interest and the audience's interest. If those two things line up, then we continue. That's especially true for TV shows. There have been instances in the past where I didn't have any more interest, and so I just dropped out of it, or the audience didn't seem to have interest, and so we stopped. That is very important. So if you have a huge passion for Living Single, and you see that the reactions have just dropped off and haven't come back, that might be why, because either the audience lost interest or we lost interest. So I apologize in advance if that happens. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully we just keep on going all the way to the end. So like I said, we're watching Living Single, and this reaction will be covering episodes 1, 2, and 3. Here we go.
Hell yeah. So cute.
Hello, Flavor Magazine, the freshest taste in news and views.
Oh my God.
Sinclair, what are you doing?
I'm making them think we're international.
What are you doing?
Them think we need some money. And keep in mind, this is a grassroots publication.
Got it.
Yo, how can I hook you up, G?
Oh my God.
Look outside. What is long, black, and at the curb?
I ain't touching
A limousine.
It's a stretch limo.
Well, good. It'll go with your stretch marks.
Oh my God.
Ouch.
Wow.
Damn.
Oh, I know your Aries rising is constantly conflicting with her Taurus moon, but can't we all just
that
get
accurate?
along?
I don't know, but I love that she's that girl.
I just came by to tell you that the limo outside happens to belong to my new boyfriend, Brad.
Oh, damn.
Brad and I, we were on our way to lunch, but we never made it out of the limo.
Oh.
He ate caviar from my cleavage, and we drank champagne from my shoe.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That second part was a bit much.
Well, we'll see how long this one lasts.
Wait a minute, what is that supposed to mean?
Uh-oh.
Men dump you like Eddie Murphy albums.
Oh my God.
Wow, she's like cutting into her.
Yeah.
You need to start looking beyond a man's wallet.
Wait a minute, are you saying that I am shallow?
Yeah.
There's a kiddie pool.
That wasn't
Speaking the
even
truth.
her biggest zinger.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, we're looking forward to having her on the cover. She can't. Why not?
What?
Well, my secretary was supposed to send the...
Oh my God.
Oh, jeez. No.
Never mind. Thank you.
Oh, no, she's in trouble.
That was Maya Angelou's office on the phone.
Oh, my.
Apparently, she can't do my cover because she didn't receive the questions.
Yes, well, that sounds like a personal problem.
It's just like, I'm out.
I'm sorry. It's just I've been really busy working on my cosmetology thesis. Purple lipstick, the black woman's enemy.
Sinclair, I'm sure whatever school you're going to this week is important to you. But you came to Brooklyn to help me with my magazine.
Now, I'm gonna get you somebody else for that cover. Don't get your panties in a bunch.
No.
Who?
You've done enough. Now, if I want this done right, I'm gonna have to do it myself. Who can I get with no notice?
Mike Tyson. I know where he is. He's gonna be there for a while.
As long as you got the money, I guess he'll show up. Although this is news, you wouldn't pay for that, right?
Yeah, no, I wonder what the joke is. Was he in jail?
Very tricky to fit.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
And what you never, ever want to do is to touch this wire right here.
Don't
You
touch
thought I was
it.
going to touch it, didn't you? Just a little handyman humor.
Oh my God.
Is he flirting?
You've probably worked up quite a thirst. Why don't I get us a beverage?
Why are you speaking weird to
That's
him?
just her behavior.
Okay.
Kyle! I should have known I'd find you here. Look, I thought you were going to fix the TV before the game starts.
I'm trying to fix things right here.
Man, you still trying to get with Sinclair?
Man, I'm weaving a delicate web of trust. And it's starting to work, too. Now, today, she let me fix the vacuum. But I figured once I get up under that sink, I'm in there.
Okay.
Okay.
That's one way to look at it.
Dealing with a woman is like playing a basketball game, and brothers like you dribble around the perimeter fixing vacuum cleaners, while a man like me
Getting
drives
busy.
straight up the middle and slams.
Refreshments.
Yeah, but you remember that time that girl called that 3-second violation on your ass?
I thought we took a solemn vow not to talk about that, man. It only happened once. It was a mental block. It could happen to anybody.
It never happened to me.
Because you never get any.
But when I do get some, you better believe I ain't having no damn mental block now.
You will if I take that hammer and knock you upside the head with it.
Don't be touching my tools, man.
That sounds wrong.
And it's just a hammer.
Just a hammer? Just a hammer? Brother, this is an heirloom. Passed down from my great-great-granddaddy, who passed it down to my daddy's daddy, who passed it down to the guy I thought was my daddy.
Oh.
All right, which one of you lucky people is going to zip me up?
Not me, baby. You know, unzipping is my forte.
Whose
All right,
house is
everyone,
this?
That's him.
I have
Come
no
on,
idea.
Come on, everyone, look happy. Khadija, do your best.
They all live together, maybe? They're roommates?
Oh, it's just you. Don't you ever go home?
Good to see you too, girl. Where you going? Carnival? Today, my look and my law were fierce. I got my client the house, the Winnebago, alimony, and 70% of all the assets.
Oh, she's a lawyer.
I left that man with nothing but a lint ball and half a Tic Tac. Ha! Don't touch me.
Dang.
You get burned. Look, Miss Honey, give that fever. You go, girl. You give it to her.
I feel sorry for the brother.
Hey, no, I was thinking that too.
Well, someone's got to protect women's rights.
Yeah. You know, all this women's rights stuff just proves one thing.
What?
You want me.
What?
What? What? How did you get there?
And me too.
Aw. He's a cutie.
Overton is so sweet.
Sinclair,
Uh-oh.
you must never, ever, ever conceive a child with that man.
Why? Why?
He's dumb.
So what? She likes him.
On the other side of that door
hate
stands
when-
Michelangelo's David, a.k.a. my Brad.
And on this side of the door stands a woman who could give a
Oh,
damn
okay.
he from.
The delivery.
Brad, girlfriends, Brad. Night-night.
Brad Hamilton. Pleasure to meet you.
Oh.
How do you do?
Oh, jeez, with that accent again.
Do you have a steady job?
I own a supper club up in Harlem. The Blue Bayou.
Oh.
And I hear you've started your own magazine.
Yeah, it's sort of an urban everything you need to know from a woman.
She's moving in on her.
I know.
Like, her
Boring conversation isn't on our schedule. Ciao.
schedule.
Bonsoir.
Oh my God, he loves it though.
She actually did all right for herself this time. Brother got it going on.
I don't know. He's no Overton.
They should just get together.
I'd like to take out a full-page ad for my restaurant.
I can handle that for you.
Wow.
Well, here's
Okay.
our logo.
Don't mess this up.
Blue Bayou, Tiana Graham and Brad Hamilton. Oh, I know Brad.
Oh, really?
Her
You know
husband.
my husband.
Shit.
How do I know your husband?
Oh, don't. Slow down, slow down.
Did I say I knew your husband? My mind, go figure. Anywho.
Oh, watch, she
thank you
saved
very
it.
much. I have to go to the restroom. Bye-bye.
Oh my God.
She's my favorite so far.
I know, I love her.
Eventually, we all get crushed by the male libido. I was in love once.
And then what happened?
Then, when my career got on track and he didn't,
Why are y'all sitting down?
Just up and
Walk
left.
out.
just packed his little raggedy duffel bag and left.
With her eyes. Oh my God.
Brad is picking me up. We're going to Martha's Vineyard for the weekend. He wants to get away from the
She looks like a completely different person every time she walks in.
Yeah.
Regine, hold up, yo. It's something we gotta tell you. And trust
Oh.
us, we're not saying this to hurt you. Really, I can't stand to see sister go out like this. Word. How do I put this delicately?
Brad is married!
Very delicate.
Regine, I'll bet he always pays cash at restaurants so he can't be tracked down by the receiver.
Oh.
And does he whisper on the phone when you're in the room?
He's a very private person.
And does he always have some ridiculous excuse as to why you can't call him at home?
No, his grandfather's hearing aid is broken.
Because they're all like
Yeah.
super
Red flags.
Yeah.
So he's been lying to my face, huh?
Uh-huh.
Rubbing up against me, talking about, oh, baby, my baby. Who does he think he is?
A player. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, gosh.
Uh-oh.
She's got daggers in her eyes.
There's Mr. Bigamy now.
Dang. When a woman gets
It's
that look in her
showtime.
eyes.
It's on.
Yeah.
Get the
exactly.
popcorn.
Get the popcorn.
Yeah.
Baby.
I am not your baby tonight. You have a wife.
But Reggie.
Right now, he talking about, I was gonna tell you, baby.
I was gonna tell you, baby.
It's always the same song and dance.
I was just looking for the right time.
I was just looking for the right time.
Uh-huh.
How do you know everything he's gonna say? He's a man. They never vary from the script.
How about we go somewhere so we can talk?
Oh, he's gonna.
Now
Oh,
she's gonna kick him to the curb.
don't go for
No,
it.
she's not.
Don't go. Oh, damn it.
My girl. Right, girl, you did
She's in too deep.
Yeah.
I can't believe this. Well, that was awfully polite of her to walk him outside.
She's so dumb.
She's really great.
So what do you have against the brother anyway?
His wife.
You know, I dated a married woman once.
Really?
Okay, how'd that go?
No,
Yeah.
I'm just lying, trying to get attention again.
Her reaction.
Oh my God.
Look at that dress. It has just a hint of I'm easy with a tinge of I need a job.
Oh my God. The roasts.
Staying home again, hmm?
Oh, yes. We're all sitting around like, oh, I don't know, wives whose husbands are cheating on them. But don't let that ruin your night. You go on and out. Have some fun.
I can take care of myself, all right?
If you say so, Miss Girl. Put on your fake ears and your fake lashes and just tramp your fake behind on out of here. Because Khadijah don't need you.
Well, fine, I will. I'm gone.
Okay.
I forgot. Brad is picking me up.
You better be careful. I hear that man got a wife.
We're so slow.
Chocolate, huh? Brad never showed up, did he?
Dang. She had a nap.
Why does this keep happening to me?
Because you keep looking for someone to carry you.
Yeah. Wow.
You gotta start taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go shopping tomorrow.
Oh, no.
Get my hair done. Maybe buy some hair.
With what money?
I guess you could start there.
The bottom line is, men are nothing but speed bumps on the road to happiness.
Wow.
Just completely written
Yeah.
off the opposite gender.
But did you ever stop to think about what the world would be like without men? A bunch of fat, happy women and no crime.
I just came back from the newsstand. Flavor magazine is completely sold out.
Wow.
Dope title, huh? Dating married men, the sleeping dog that lies. Well, it sounds great. What's it about?
Oh my gosh.
Radio. Remember this? Hey, this used to be the jam.
When it's cold outside,
I got the month of May.
you ain't breaking down good. I've got so much money, y'all envy me.
Not the toilet brush.
Oh, that nasty. Yeah. She's doing the robot.
Oh, that's delightful. Let's celebrate female friendships.
So, what'd you think of the first episode?
It's really cute. It definitely feels like very female centric, and like knowing like the writer is a woman and everything. It's like, yeah, these are all kind of conversations I feel that have been had amongst girlfriends.
I feel like they're still having these conversations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It feels like very
Timeless
real
in that
and
way.
relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel it's like a time capsule, but it's also timeless.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, there are things about it that are like very 90s.
Yeah.
And definitely references that I'm like, either I don't understand because they are very much of that time period,
Right.
and also because of like the culture.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That like
Yeah.
I'm not privy to.
Yeah, I mean, any show that's making a joke about a celebrity from that era, especially about a current event from that era, it's like that's not going to carry forward in 30 years or
No,
whatever. Like
no.
that's going to be too hard to like contextualize. This is a random thing, but I noticed it almost immediately. That set has got to be the same set as Family Matters. It has to be. The layout of the house is exactly the same, from what I can tell. Where the front door is, the way the stairway looks, the flappy door, and like even the kitchen looks exactly the same. I'm like, what? Did they ever just like swap out the furniture between the? I don't remember exactly when Family Matters was shot and when this was shot, but it feels like the exact same set. It's like if you just do a comparison contrast, you'll see it's identical.
Yeah, I mean that's quite possible.
Family Matters is a show I grew up watching. So anyway, I thought this is delightful. Because of Friends, I was expecting there to be 3 guys and 3 women. I didn't know it was going to be 4 women, which I'm not mad at. It's just like, oh, that was surprising. You'll have to forgive me because I'm going to use Friends as sort of my like contextualizing jump point just to reference people until I get their names, down pat. But the Phoebe-esque character,
Sinclair?
Sinclair, the one who's you're good. The one who's sort of like,
Yeah, she's great. She
She's
definitely, if this came first, right? So it definitely feels like Phoebe was modeled after her, but it's like a very archetypal comedy character.
Yes.
Like you got to have the really kooky, crazy one.
Yeah.
Who's just like out there.
Well, yeah, Phoebe also was super into like astrology and all that stuff. I'm enjoying the cast, and I like how they vibe off of each other.
Yeah.
And so I do like the sort of captain of the ship, so to speak, in Queen Latifah, who's sort of guiding everything and trying to be the moral compass of this.
Mother.
Mother.
It were.
I think that's actually a really cool character to have amongst all of these. She does feel like a mother character, and I had someone like that in my life when I was working at Yahoo. She had me call her my black mama. So even though she was only like a couple of years older than me, she felt so much more mature than me. And, she just was sort of like a guide that I just had mentally, emotionally.
Like a mentor.
Like a mentor while I was working at Yahoo. She was, And so, but anyway, that's who Queen Latifah's character kind of reminds me of.
Yeah, I will say that, I mean, being the first episode, I'm kind of just letting it be, but it does seem like the characters are almost like stereotypical in a way, or like very, very clearly defined, where it's like, oh, this one is the very, very kooky one, and this one is the one who's like super materialistic.
By stereotypical, you just mean in terms of a sitcom.
Well, yeah, and in I don't know if I'm really explaining myself very well. It's just that they're very almost like one note currently, but that's probably really important to establish in the first episode, so you kind of know the archetype of what the character is.
But it also helps for how they play off of each other.
Right, but I guess what I'm hoping is that if we continue to explore this, that I'll kind of get to see a little bit more nuance, or maybe where it's not so like 2-dimensional. Do you know what I mean?
do know what you mean, but like, as you said, this is the pilot episode.
Right.
You have 21 minutes to tell all this story.
Exactly, which is why I'm just kind of letting it be, because it's like it's very clearly telling us like who these characters are and what they stand for. Like I also really like, I think it's Max, the lawyer lady. I think she's really funny as well, but she is also just very much like the archetype of like the super powerful woman who's a lawyer, and she's all like, women can do everything for themselves, you don't need a man, blah, blah, blah. Like, she was probably really hurt at some point in the past, and so she's just decided like, this is the path that she's going to go on. I think she's really funny as well, but she's also very much like, this is the mold of what that character is.
Yeah, I think that some of what you're picking up on is just a byproduct of sitcom shows from the era. It's like
there's that.
Because like Friends did it, Family Matters did it, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air did it. It's like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air did get into some deeper territory as you went along in the show. That was like a bit of emotional and real. And so this is sort of like a lighthearted hangout thing, reflecting on what it's like to be in your 20s or something like that, and as a professional.
I'm also just really excited to see them kind of settle in with their characters a little more, because it is the pilot episode. And so I'm excited to see how it changes as they're like more comfortable with the characters that they're playing.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it when you kind of get a chance to like settle into the skin of the character a little bit, and have even more fun with it. I'm like stoked to see where it goes next.
Yeah, but even with that being said, I feel like this is actually a very strong pilot, because in this era, TV shows would be given like a year to figure out to get their footing. Like
Right.
today, if your pilot's not strong, you get canned like
That's true.
really quickly.
Yeah.
And so with consideration to just the leeway that TV shows were often given back then of like, okay, well, it hasn't picked up steam yet, but maybe by the end of season 1 it will. I generally, when I revisit Friends, I'll just skip season 1 because it didn't get its footing yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of people who love season 1. I am not one of those people. I like everything after season 1. And so for this to come out of the gate this strong, like obviously I can feel like, oh, it's like kind of getting its footing
like
still.
figuring itself out a little bit.
Yeah, I can feel that. But even with consideration to all that, I felt like it was a strong first episode. And I appreciate that about it. So
agree.
Looking forward to episode 2 now. Let's do that.
What are we doing? Waxing?
Sinclair, sit
Oh.
still.
Are you absolutely sure we have to do this? I mean, the hair is so fine, you can barely see it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why we go through this torture. Every week is yank this, shave that. I can't wait to get married so I could just let myself go.
All this for men we don't even have. You think there are men out there shaving their backs for us?
You would hope.
I say we should stop mutilating ourselves right now and just be happy the way God made us.
I couldn't agree more.
Ow!
Yikes.
I've been mutilating myself since I was like 14 years old. So
Wow. Who taught you to do that?
girls,
Oh.
trying to stay on top of it to look right.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah. Who's that?
What?
Jane is home from her date.
Oh.
Or you got rats?
It's a little early for her to be home. I wonder what's wrong.
Only one way to find out.
This is a different apartment.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, okay, so now the piano would be right here.
Hey guys, this is Charles, the assistant DA. Charles.
Wow.
Wow.
Maxine Shaw from Evans Bell and Associates.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You know, I saw you try a case last week. You're tough. I mean, I thought you was going to actually hit the judge.
So did I.
Night night.
Oh, Regine, I like him. He's sweet and thoughtful, and his nose hairs were neatly trimmed.
Charles ain't the one.
But Regine,
Oh.
he's got money and status.
Yeah, what?
Technically, you should be in love.
Yeah, exactly.
But Charles has no je ne sais quoi, no joie de vivre, no.
What's the joie de vivre?
Shad, the joy of living.
You see, a good man is like fine wine. They all start out like grapes.
Uh-huh.
Our job is to stomp on 'em
Look at her eyes.
and then keep them in the dark until they mature into something we wouldn't mind having dinner with.
Yes,
That's
well,
great.
I can't wait that long. I need my thirst quenched now.
Why you always have to have a man?
Well, hey, some people paint.
Her laugh is diabolical.
Now, to you, this may seem like a simple burnt bagel.
Uh-huh.
1 minute just toasting a bagel. Gets stuck, overheats, shorts out the circuit. Next thing you know, you burn the building down.
Well, I never realized that toasting was such a responsibility.
Yeah.
Not many people do.
And is there anything you can't fix?
Nope. That's why I put an ad in the paper to expand my handyman empire beyond this mere brownstone.
The last time I asked you to go shopping with me, you gotta flirt with every man at the market.
I got us this free meat here, didn't I?
Good job.
Just improving your averages, I guess.
You and Regine are just alike.
Excuse me, Regine and I are nothing alike. I'm just looking for a good time. She's looking for a sponsor.
Oh.
Hey, what's up? I got the paper.
Dang.
I love the way she
Paper
said
boys are
that.
getting older and uglier.
Dang.
You want me so bad. Oh my God. It hurts, don't it?
Hey, why you check out the ad?
Yeah, man, but I don't think it's gonna get you the response you wanted.
Why? What did it say?
Expert handyman will service your need.
Man, they put it in the personals. Your beeper number is in the swingle section.
Oh my God. It did sound like some sort of weird situation.
Oh, I just gave Charles his walking papers. Oh, it is such a drain breaking up with someone delicately. You know the routine. It's not you. Of course we'll still be friends. Blah, 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 cry, 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 hug, hug, hug. Okay, bye.
Wow. They've gone through this so many times.
Yeah.
You dumped him?
Yep.
Any hard feelings?
I was wondering about
Not on
this.
my part.
I was wondering if she's gonna swoop in.
Yeah.
So Charles is free? Max, stop.
Why? Why?
It's too close.
But she doesn't want him.
Yeah, but no.
Regine, do you care if I give Charles a call?
No, girl. Go ahead and call. Why we got so much meat?
Ma'am, you breathing kind of hard.
He's so innocent.
Max, all right, let's go.
Actually, I'm not going with y'all today. I'm going to church at Sunday brunch in the park with
Oh.
Charles.
Uh-oh.
You said it was okay. You said it was okay.
Hey, Max, I thought I'd find you here.
Oh my God, this is so awkward.
Hello, Regine.
Hi, Charles.
Oh, what is she smiling at?
I know. It's so weird.
Awkward moment, huh?
Yeah, very.
No, no, not at all.
She has really great facial expressions.
You ready to go?
Sure, if you are, let's go.
Say a prayer for me, huh? Smooches.
Arr.
Tramp.
How dare you? How dare you?
This is like the friend code. You don't do that.
Ask her all that. She asked permission. That's the friend code. She said straight up.
She said call him.
Wait a minute. You think you could just sashay your man stealing behind up in my house? You are sadly mistaken.
Is this about Charles?
She said playing
Yes.
dumb now.
You're supposed to let it cool off at least 1/3 of the total dating time, or 1 month for each year, whichever shorter.
Agreed. Agreed.
This is New York in the 90s. The only rules about dating are 5 locks on the door and keep the stun gun on your side of the bed.
Damn.
Well, that's just the dumbest logic I ever heard. No wonder you can't win a case.
Oh, those are fighting words.
I win plenty. And at least I got a job. What kind of job do you have? Shopping.
Oh.
I can't believe you're gonna let a man affect our friendship.
No, I'm not, because we don't have a friendship.
Oh, damn. It's like that?
Uh-oh. Oh, bro, just leave. What? What's he doing? Oh, he could hear the whole thing. Oh my gosh.
And the woman in 3B thinks Max is right.
I said, can you believe Max? Up there running behind me, picking up my scraps. Yes, well, I cannot believe it.
Okay, we're having this
Look
conversation.
at the sugar.
Morning. I just had the best night's sleep. No coffee for me. Thank you. Don't need it.
She's so delightful.
Shut up. What is wrong with me? I mean, why is it that every time I let go of a guy, he turns out to be Mr. Right for somebody else?
That's just how it works.
No.
It's just that you always want what you can't have. And maybe this whole thing is bothering you so much because you're being selfish and self-centered.
Wow.
That right there.
I know what this is about.
Oh, Jesus.
It's all about me.
Oh, jeez.
God. Did you not hear anything?
She is using him to get to me. She always wants what I have. Like what?
Since when?
Yeah, exactly.
Make a list. Start with these.
Oh.
Dang.
Oh, damn.
Her hand?
Dang. Oh, here we go.
Overton, you all right?
What did he
No.
go through?
Oh
Who
my
beeped him?
God.
What happened was, I went on that call, Miss Harper, the one with that broken furnace, and she lead me down into her basement.
Oh, God.
Then she kicked off her shoes, took off her robe, and started talking about, light my fire, daddy.
Oh my gosh.
That's quite direct. God.
Good morning. Yo, Overton, man, you know Miss Harper?
Well, I seen her naked, can't say that I know her, though.
She called with a list of odd jobs she'd like you to take care of.
Oh, Jesus.
And she said if you don't come to her, she'll come into you.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
What's up with you and Charles?
I like the guy. We have fun. You got a problem with that?
Oh gosh.
No, not at all. Break up with him.
why?
No way.
I would say
I
no.
am not gonna let you indulge that spoiled child. I'm having fun, and I'm not gonna stop having fun just for her. Regine is not gonna get her way. Not this time. No way. I'm gonna be the grown-up here.
What does that sound?
4 and 5 and squeeze
They're not even exercising. They're just watching it. The 90s, when you had all these home exercise tapes.
I love them.
My mom used to use it all the time.
So many. Oh.
Y'all pretending to work out again? You're gonna feel real small after I tell you what I just did.
Just start dating somebody else's boyfriend.
You won't believe how small you're going to feel.
Okay.
I just broke up with Charles.
Have a seat, girl.
Okay, but why?
Yeah, why?
I knew I got to you.
Hey, well, it was the right thing to do.
This is just
She didn't do it.
wonderful. All this time, Khadijah's been saying that you were petty and evil and
Oh
too
my
selfish
God.
to ever work this thing out.
Wow.
You proved her wrong, huh?
Shit. Who needs enemies when you have a friend like her?
I mean, it's not often that a woman does something nice for me, so when it happens, it really stands out.
Well, hey.
She's lying. She's lying.
I just want you to know that I respect you, girl. And I respect the way you handled this. I mean, the way you were able to just let Charles go. And the way you came over here
And lied through my teeth.
See, I told you.
Oh.
You could just tell from her body language.
Charles dumped me. He gave me some tired, baby, it's me, not you crap. We can still be friends.
Yeah.
He just parroted her message.
Oh, Max, I'm sorry. Girl, you must be in such pain right now.
Oh, look at her.
Gloating.
At least now you don't have to endure those sloppy kisses of his where both of his lips are on the outside of yours.
Ooh.
I like those.
Oh, really? Okay.
I tell you what, let's make a rule right now that we will never do this again.
Okay.
I wouldn't do
From
that.
this point onward,
Yeah, it's
no
gonna happen
occupant
again.
Of this house or friend of an occupant of this house will date the ex or current boyfriend of said others.
Cool.
That's a good rule.
But what if he really fine?
Like, I like
Then all
her
bets
thing
are
about
off.
the statute of limitations. I think that's fair-ish.
Overton.
Miss Harper.
Depends.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Khadijah?
She's hot though.
Didn't finish the job, Overton.
Oh my God.
Sinclair?
Wow.
Mama?
Dang.
Uh-oh.
That's how the whole place bursts
Yeah.
down.
That's just what I was talking about. Another burnt bagel disaster averted.
He's cute.
So I guess the first episode was just a pilot because they had a completely different apartment. And so they did that to show the networks, like, here's the show that we could sell. And then they just continued from there.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I feel like now they're like starting to have that feeling that I was talking about where they're really like settling in with their characters.
Right.
Now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I feel like we need to have a discussion about what happened with the rule because you were like very much on Max's side.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Well, it's only
no.
because okay, what's the name of the other one?
Regine.
Regine. It's only because she had clearly zero interest. Like she was just bored like a toy. And I'm like, okay, there's no statute of limitations there then. Because it's if it was like a heartbreaking situation where you were like, oh no, I don't know, you know, if it was like that where there's like emotions and feelings, okay,
Yeah.
then there's a statute. Okay, now you got to sort of wait. But
I think her little mathematical equation of like, oh, you know, it's 1 month for every year or whatever the hell her little reasoning was. I think there is something to that. But moreover, I think you have to wait until you know for sure that your friend is definitely over that person. Maybe they've started dating someone else or something, and then you could move on. If she could have just waited a few
No.
days, Regine would have found someone else and she would have been like, okay, fine, whatever. It's still shitty. I think it's still shitty.
all I can do is speak for my gender, I guess. But as a guy, if a girl's single, you cannot wait. Like, you just can't. She might get swept up by someone else. And if she's like, if you connect with her really well, you know what I mean? Like, if your person, especially someone like me who like really pursues people where we vibe, and that's like really important. I can't wait. I'm going to let you know if it's a friend of mine, which has not actually come up as far as I can recall. If it's someone who's dating a friend of mine, that might give me the ick, so I wouldn't pursue anyway. But
yeah.
But like, let's say I was okay with it, right? And I didn't give a shit about that. If I really connected with this individual, I would go to my friend and be, and depending on his mental and emotional state, and talk to him and be like, I'm interested, whatever. I've been kind of screwed over by friends who pursued a girl that I stopped seeing without talking to me.
Right.
And that did really bother me just because of the way they went about it. They didn't feel like they needed to ask my permission. They're like, well, you all broke up. It's like, yeah, but we're friends. That's just weird. It's like, it's just an odd approach to things. It's like, and I dated the girl for 4 years. Why would you just suddenly like that?
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
That's a shitty move.
Yeah. But here, she was just disposing of the guy like she just does in general, as established by episode 1.
I know, but I could tell just by looking at her.
I take that back. They didn't establish that in episode 1. I'm saying that's just what I get from her character.
Well, yeah, because she seems to be the type of person who's like, she just goes casually on a few dates with someone and then she's like, yeah, it's not working out, whatever. But I just got the sense that, that was a really bad idea, because a lot of the time, women will be like, oh yeah, of course. Like, I'm totally fine with that. Like, I'm okay with that. And then you go and date their ex, and then it's like, I'm actually not okay with that. So I just feel like you should know better.
I don't know. To me, life is short. Why are you going to stand in the way of someone's happiness? If they work together really well, let them be. Like, they might make beautiful babies, and they might have a really happy relationship that you could never have with that person. Fuck it. Like, let them be. Why are you going to stand in the way of their happiness? That's my attitude about it. I don't understand your perspective on it necessarily, and I acknowledge that maybe I'm a little ignorant. But like, as someone who's gone through it, where someone has dated my ex, and I know what that feeling is like. It's like all I wanted was a goddamn conversation. I'm not trying to get back with her anymore, but just at least say something to me. That's it.
And you would have been like, okay.
For them, in most instances, I think I would have been okay with it. In most instances, I think I would have been like, yeah, I mean, hey, if she likes you and y'all get along, then by all means. But there's like a transparency there that is all I'm asking for. But oftentimes, it's just this like a stupid, underhanded way that they went about it. I'm like, I can't be friends with you anymore. Like, that was some sneaky ass shit. I don't need that in my life. That's all it is. And so as long as it's on the up and up, I don't care. Again, my impression of this girl is she just goes through guys like, like a newspaper. And I'm like, what does it matter? Why, like, you'll move on and meet someone else within less than a few days.
It's just the unspoken friend rule. Like, I'm okay with friends eventually maybe dating an ex or something, but like right away, even when it's like a casual ex, it just feels weird. That's all.
Okay. I don't know. Life's short. You got maybe like 40 good years on this planet, and then the rest is just trying not to die. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. His life is really short. And as the older you get, the harder it gets to meet somebody, is all I'm saying. So, anyway, on to episode 3. Here we go.
I wondered what life would be like if we had toes on our hands and fingers on our feet. But you were so busy, I didn't want to say anything.
She's like a child. I had those thoughts when I was 6.
Where will be? Juggling 2 dates again?
She is really amazing.
She's something.
I don't know how she does it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she's super fast changing. Oh, my God. That's what I told your ass. See? She's already on to the next thing.
Oh, my gosh.
Whoa. That's efficient.
Damn.
Player number 1 rolls 3 dice. Now, if the roll is 8 or less, the player can move to the launching pad, or...
It's already too many rules. It's already too much.
Isn't there a simplified version of this game?
Well, hell, we're playing the children's version as it is.
I want that hat.
You want to see this movie or not?
No, I refuse to pay $7.50 to watch Denzel leave his shirt on.
Yeah. Well, let's see the new Wesley Snipes movie. I hear there's much nipples.
Khadijah, there's a big old head of broccoli at the door.
Damn.
Damn.
Max, even finding you here does not change the fact that today is my lucky day.
Why?
Discover a cure for ugly.
He is not ugly.
No, baby, you just gonna have to wait.
Oh, damn. Way to dish it back. That was
It
good.
took me a minute.
Yeah. Bulls exhibition game.
Ooh, long men in short shorts, give me those tickets.
And loud and wrong again, Max. Come on over, let's go, man.
Well, I got to leave just because you get on their nerves. I'm trying to work up something with Sinclair.
Man, I went to the museum when they had that Tools Through the Ages exhibit, right?
True.
Oh, gosh.
You owe him.
You mind if we pick this up some other time? You know, it's...
Oh, I understand. It's a man thing, which is different from a woman thing because that usually involves bloating.
Sinclair, save just a little bit of the mystery, okay?
Sinclair, how many dates have you been on since you moved to New York?
Well, let's see. In the last 6 months, there was,
No one.
and then there was.
Oh, wow. Oh, she's not going to find
dates.
anything. Wow.
So we gonna hook you up.
A date is not gonna make Sinclair's life any better.
Now, Khadijah, just because you ain't getting any don't mean your whole family has to go without.
Just because I'm not giving it away with a double coupon don't mean...
Dang.
Do you want these two horny toads hooking you up with some sorry excuse for a date, or do you want to run your own life?
I want a date.
Well, not to worry, dear. I have resources as yet untapped.
I thought you tapped everything in town.
Oh,
Damn.
that was too easy.
And I thought you were staying out of this.
I am, but you left yourself wide open. Wide open.
To go out with a man just because he's fine is shallow. You also have to be concerned with how much money he makes. Mm-hmm. Of course, it is not just the money. It's how generous he is with that money.
Yeah.
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 I have a few universal rules for you. 1, no actors, no models. 2, no butt, no date.
What?
No butt, no
No,
date.
but no.
No man who's so in love with a basketball that he can't even attend your law school graduation. Then the minute your career takes off, he dumps you so
Oh,
fast
this
and
is
leaves your head
deep.
spinning like a top hat.
He's got some trauma.
Yeah.
I just want someone who's kind and gentle and sensitive and loves all plants and animals.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I can't help you.
So you're saying there's nobody out there like that?
That's probably easier to find today.
Yeah.
Shepherd.
A shepherd.
Once again, I am victorious in the battle of man versus machine. Now, this little juicer not only extracts the juice and separates the pulp, it can also debone the snapper for your next fish fry.
Really?
So, what you up to?
Ooh, they're setting me up on a date.
A date?
That's going to hurt.
Get in there, Overton.
I used to be a shepherd.
Really?
There you go. Done.
No, I'm just lying for lack of anything better to say at a time like this.
Oh.
Here. And I was just kidding about the juice and the snapper.
Oh, his feelings are hurt.
Now, you know that cute veterinarian around the corner, Michael Edwards? Well, he asked me out.
He asked you out?
Yeah, this morning.
Oh.
You forced me to sit through this stupid discussion, and all the time you had a doctor in your pocket?
I bet.
Well, I was going to say something, but
Still make
somebody
money.
mentioned a shepherd, and I got all excited.
Surely a vet would be in her corner.
Oh,
or,
yeah,
you know,
definitely.
Up her alley.
Well, what's up? Man, they setting Sinclair up on a date.
With a dude? Oh, that's deep, man.
Who you telling, man? I done spent much trying to get with that girl. Fixing her radiator.
Waiting way too long.
You never asked her out, man.
That's
I've
true.
been building up to it. It was part of my big 3-point plan. See, year 1, ho.
This is what so many dudes mess up on.
Plan like that, year 2, you and that hammer gonna be catching a bouquet at Sinclair's wedding. All right? Now, what
He's
you
not wrong.
need
You're
is
not
a little
wrong.
coaching from the master, the man.
Oh, God.
A woman wants to be seduced, coaxed, cajoled, and teased.
How many more
I
synonyms?
get it.
I know.
Just think of her as a washing machine that's broke.
I feel like there's so much truth in that statement, actually.
Think of her as a washing machine that's broken.
I'll have to explain it later.
Ooh, look at you. Which one of these two blind ladies did your makeup?
Oh, my God.
Anyway, Sinclair, just be sure to be a good listener. It lets men do what they do best. Talk about themselves.
I say dominate the conversation. Men love it.
No, they
That
don't,
means they have to do
actually.
less thinking.
I don't know. I've
And
heard
if
men
Michael
are all
says
like,
anything even
she's
remotely
talking about
humorous,
herself.
Be sure and use the date laugh.
Date laugh.
Oh, God.
how does
You
it
put
go?
one hand on your date.
I
one
hate
hand
hearing
on your
this.
chest.
I hate hearing this. I hate hearing this. It just, I'm
It's the
so
kind of laugh
hyper
that
analytical.
says, I'm amused.
Now forget the laugh. The key is the walk.
Oh.
Guaranteed to weaken even the strongest man.
That's not doing anything for
What
me.
the heck? What is that?
Oh, I can do that.
Oh gosh.
Sinclair, that walk ain't saying nothing, but I have bunions and look at my butt.
Overton, what are you doing here?
Oh.
Brother, speak. Evening.
Oh my.
Evening.
Oh
no,
my god.
he's waiting too long.
Michael.
Oh my god.
Hey, you look incredible.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Overton. You're a nice-looking man.
Oh.
Nice suit. Nice shoes. I got shoes.
Are they nice?
They upstairs. I gotta go.
Damn.
Oh.
I love French food.
Well, that sounds wonderful. Let's escargot.
Oh no.
Bye-bye.
Oh no.
I hope it goes well. Wish we could see it.
They're gonna go.
What do you guys want to do tonight?
Oh,
Movies?
Jesus
I like
Christ.
movies.
Anybody hungry?
Starving.
French food?
Magnifique.
Oh, God, I knew it.
You know
She's
you
gonna
want
go
to.
too. Yeah, she can't just stay there. Exactly. She'd never admit it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my God, it's terrible.
So incognito.
Oh, she got the worst seat.
I cannot get on a subway without getting lost.
You too?
Oh my gosh.
When I take a train to where I don't want to go, I usually end up where I want to be.
No.
He had to figure that out and confirm in his head.
Her laugh is all wrong, and she is nowhere near her cleavage. Show him cleave. Show him cleave. Garçon?
Have you decided what you'd like?
Yes, to borrow your pen.
Well, I don't seem to have a need for it at the moment, do I?
Then the penguin says, I'll have a martini. Could you have a beer to the guy I'm sitting on?
Well, they're getting along all right so far.
Yeah. The cleave.
Is there a problem?
Oh, no, just letting you know that I'm amused and I have these.
Oh my god.
That went horrible.
I have a message.
No, you and your note passing have caused enough trouble already.
A message for Dr. Edwards.
Oh no. Oh no. Is he married?
A medical emergency?
We just came to make sure you okay.
No, you didn't. You came because you're nosy.
That just,
That's true.
Yeah.
you know, I don't appreciate you going off on me. But I'm glad that you stood up for yourself.
Good. Now get out of here.
Get out.
That was my service. Someone called in a panic about a dog.
Oh, I know who it is. It's the dude. It's
Forgive me. I have to go.
Overton.
Overton.
Thank you for being so understanding.
Thank you.
We're gonna have to do this again, okay? Just you and me.
Okay.
All right.
No friends.
Bye.
Who
Did he
could-
pay the bill?
I hope so.
Thanks for the phone, man.
I told you.
2 bills I promised you.
$1.
$1
$2.
bills.
2 whole dollars.
Overton, what are you doing here?
Oh, I always come here for the French fries. They so authentic. I know I'm not the most handsome man in the world, and I know I'm not rich.
Yeah?
Just going over things I know. There's one thing I do know. I'd really be honored to have dinner with you tonight.
Aw.
Oh, well, so would I.
Hey, how I'm doing?
Oh my God. I was wondering why the menu was being held that way in the background. I thought that was like a peculiar extra.
I never knew you were such a good bowler.
Oh, girl, I'm a man of many hidden talents.
Really? Like what else?
I don't know. They're all hidden.
Thanks again. Good night.
Good night.
This is very early on in the series to be having this romance.
Yeah, right? I'm scared.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I don't have to ask how the evening went, seeing as how you're standing on this side of the door.
Buddy boy. Check it out.
The trophy of love.
And just inches away from your lips. For you, I guess that's pretty good for year one, huh?
Are you kidding? Hell, I'm 6 months ahead of schedule.
Well, Sinclair, I gotta give it to you. I mean, you went from having no dates in 6 months to having 2 dates in one night.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I'm just glad this one's over. First dates aren't easy.
Mm-hmm.
It all goes down to the last 60 seconds of the date. Do I? Don't I?
Will I? Won't I?
Should I? Shouldn't I? Oh, hell, come on in. If a player lands on the space mark
thing
captured
again.
by Martians, he or she must roll double sixes or have a light speed to the next solar system card.
This is complicated.
Has the opportunity to purchase their spaceship or roll the special dice marked black hole dice to advance them to the next galaxy level. If the player chooses...
They're all bouncing.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're ready to start.
Nope. Terrible game.
I don't like to play Dungeons and Dragons or any of those kinds of those tabletop games. It's too much
Well, that's
involved.
a different type
Yeah.
of game. But anyway.
Anywhere where it's like a huge instruction set just to get going, I'm done. Like I'll just play Taboo. You know?
Very easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised too with what you were saying about them getting to go on a date so quickly, because like that's something that normally you would wait until a little bit further along.
Yeah, you make the audience want it and you push it down the road.
Yeah, but I'm curious to see how they continue with that, because they could become a couple, but I think the more interesting thing is like it doesn't really work out, because I love the whole will they, won't they, are they going to get together?
Yeah.
That keeps me like wanting to tune in a lot more than like, oh, yay. I mean, obviously it's super satisfying when we see two characters that actually like each other get together in real life. We want that for all of our friends, you know? But in a show or a movie, it's not always the most dramatically interesting.
Right.
To have that happen so quickly.
Right. So the washing machine thing.
Okay.
I might have misinterpreted it. Like after the fact, I just thought it was such a funny analogy because the thing is, he's a handy guy.
Yeah, that's what
so
I thought.
He has to view things through that lens all the time, right? But I guess because of my dating history, like it made sense to me. Because it's like throughout so many of my relationships, it seems like I'm fixing something. That's why it made sense to me.
Okay.
Oh, you just got to tinker with this here, tinker with this here. And then bish, bash, boom, you're good to go. I'm just joking, but it was, it's like...
So every woman is just like a kind of
science project,
funky, messed up electrical appliance that you need to go in and fix?
No, when you put it like that, I sound like a sexist. That's just a common theme that's come up quite a bit, where that's sort of like this entry point, I feel like. I mean, okay, for my very first girlfriend, she was teaching me something. She was actually my tutor for math because I was doing bad. But like, I don't know. Now that I'm like reflecting on it, I guess it didn't come up as often as I thought it did. It came up later in life, as like more into adulthood, where it's like, oh, like you need help. I can be, a Superman.
I can be your hero,
I can be your hero. The one long-term girlfriend I'm thinking of was, she has a kid. Well, I want to say had, but then it sounds like the kid's not here anymore. But it's like, no, she has a kid.
Yeah, you just don't have her anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, like, the baby daddy was like not a real good dad, and so financially she was still living at home with her mom, and so it's like, I'm like, oh, you can live with me. Dumb chuckles over here, right? So I'm like, I can save you. That, you know what I mean? And it's like, and I'm, you could make your life better if you just did this. And little did I know so much better now to not do that. But you'd hope. But yeah, like in my former days, I would like always try to fix stuff.
So helpful.
Yeah.
Too helpful.
Yeah. But conversely though, like if a girl was trying to like fix something with me, I might not be mad at it. Like I might actually be very open to it and think it's kind of cool.
Interesting.
It's like you're trying to improve me as an individual. But like, for how often I hear that come up in comedy, it hasn't come up all that much in my relationships where a woman's trying to fix me. But like when it does happen...
So you're saying you're perfect?
No, I think that I just attack first, and so they're on the defense.
He just attacks her.
Yeah.
Distract her.
Yeah, exactly.
With,
keep her occupied.
Keep her occupied. Oh, you're so broken.
Yeah.
Let me fix you.
Exactly.
So that you don't realize that I'm broken too.
Yeah.
And then I probably need fixing. Okay.
Yeah. No, so, but all I'm saying is like I'm all about self-improvement all the time, and so if there is something that someone I'm interested in brings up, I might be quite open to it just because like I always want to be a better version of myself.
Sure.
So I'm trying to, this is a long walk just to undo the possibility that what me laughing at that joke is perceived as sexist on some level. It can't be helped. It's too late now. But anyway, I enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, it was cute. Like I love the dynamic between the characters. It is like really fun and silly, the stuff that they're doing, like spying on her at the restaurant. We knew they were going to do that. And they're just so obvious about it as well.
So the waiter was Oliver Muirhead?
Uh-huh.
Is that his name?
Yes.
I feel maybe he was in Friends, and that's why I recognize him. He feels like John Cleese to me.
Yeah, he does. He does have that kind of like John Cleese vibe. Very, very dry, very sarcastic, very biting, very English.
Yes.
In a way.
Yes.
Where it's like, I'm insulting you, but doing it in the most polite way.
Yeah, he was in Friends. He was the jeweler in Friends. Okay. That's probably where I recognize him from, but he's one of those people that you've seen everywhere. So, yeah. Anyway, cool. Glad I identified and scratched that itch. So
very great working character actor.
You know what? As long as I feel like as long as you're working, that's all you care about.
Yeah, so many actors don't even have the privilege to call it a full-time job. So
there was something right at the end of the episode before they hit credits with Queen Latifah that I thought was an interesting touch, where you saw a softer side of her, and that was the first time in these 3 episodes that we saw that. Because normally she's more of like the hard ass.
Right.
But she was very, very sweet towards the end there. And I'm like, oh, that was uncharacteristic of her. I mean, it didn't feel bad. It's just like
come on in.
Yeah, it's just uncharacteristic of what we normally see from her character.
Right.
So I thought that was interesting.
It was sweet.
And there was that, and then the other component that I thought was interesting with her was when she's like gave in to the temptation and just ran out with the other girls.
Yeah, I feel like she's trying her best to do the right thing, to be moral or whatever, but we all know, like, yeah, you're curious. Mm-hmm. Like, I can kind of relate to that, where it's like, no, we shouldn't. And I would be like, no. But if all my friends were like, nah, we're doing it, then I'd be like, well, fine, since you guys are doing it, obviously I'm going to come along.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't want to, but now I'm like, I'm invested and I need to know the drama.
This episode posed a conundrum for me because the date that Sinclair was on, I thought that she actually got along with that guy really well. Like, he actually seemed like a good fit. Better, I might argue, than Overton in this particular instance. Now, let me just say that I'm not as deeply invested into living single yet as anyone who's watching this reaction, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who'll be like, how dare you? It's Overton and Sinclair. But I mean, I have no idea what's ahead.
Right.
But just in that moment, because, for those of you who have also watched Friends, I was really mad at Rachel when she got in the way of Ross and Emily's wedding, because I'm like, they got along really well. He was very happy.
Right.
And your ass showed up and he messed up and said the wrong name at the wedding. It's like, if you didn't show up, it would have been better. Or if you were just there the whole time, it would have been better. But you made a whole song and dance and made it dramatic. So anyway, all I'm saying is this is difficult because I'm like, oh, I don't know if he's going to be back in a subsequent episode. This might be a one-off thing. But it's like, that seems like a good catch for her. You know?
Yeah, he seemed really cool. I guess the whole point is showing that she's now in the dating pool.
Yeah.
Because, this whole, like, going on lots of dates, I always found it fascinating because, growing up, I'd watch shows like Friends or whatever, but I didn't live in the States at the time. Mm-hmm. And where I'm from, both in Thailand and in England, it's like, yeah, if you start going out on dates with someone, it gets serious pretty quickly, and it just turns into like, so you're my girlfriend now, right? You're my boyfriend? Okay, cool. There isn't really that concept of like, oh, we're just seeing other people until
you got to be careful with that over here, because like I got in trouble with that mentality where I was like, well, we've been going out, like, you're my girlfriend, right? And she was like, no. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like we've been going out for like weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm so confused.
In other places, that would be like, okay, well, we're clearly committed now, right? Because like I've been going out with you,
right.
so.
So I was like, I asked her, so are you going to be mad if I sleep with someone else? And she goes, so the only thing keeping you from sleeping with someone else is whether or not I'm your girlfriend? And the way she posed that question, it was like she did some mental ninja shit on my brain where I'm like, now I feel like we're committed, but you're not my girlfriend though.
You just said, I'm so confused. You said what?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I was just like befuddled. I'm like, I don't know what to say. How do I respond to such a statement, to such a question?
Yeah.
It's like, I just had to shut up.
Yeah.
You know?
Just don't say anything.
I got indignant at a certain point. I'm like, it became kind of like 500 Days of Summer where I'm like, okay, if we're sleeping together and we're seeing each other and it's been like months, like you're my girlfriend at that point. This is bullshit. Like I can't go see other people. So
yeah, that is bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, okay, what we're talking about? You're talking about like multiple dating and
Yeah. Because they would. I suppose that's still very early days. I feel like, okay, maybe you could go on a few dinner dates if you're just like, hanging out and talking to each other. But at some point, you got to be like, I like this guy better, so I'm going to go out with him.
Sure.
He's going to be
my
it
all depends on the character. It all depends on the person.
Right.
Some people just enjoy, being out there.
Like Regine.
Yes. We're like Regine, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at the beginning of I was going to say I haven't seen that, but at the beginning of the episode, they established that.
I mean, she does kind of remind me of someone I know who isn't like that extreme, but she is someone who I'm often like, if you like the thing that Max said to Regine, I think in the first episode or like earlier on, where she's like, you can do all of those things for yourself, right? Like you don't have to find a man to like take care of you. You could take care of yourself and just like go out with a guy just for going out.
Not if you're plagued by daddy issues. That's how you resolve it. You just keep running from that emotional baggage as long as you can, and you just keep investing it and expecting the guy to figure it out for you.
You're rich, right? You got to take care of me, right? Yeah.
I mean, it swings both ways. It's like my mom didn't say I love you till I was like 22 or 23, and so I kept looking for that in women. And I had to love myself, is what I learned.
Yeah, how's that going for you?
Terrible. Just kidding. No, I'm just joking. No, anyway, I quite enjoyed this. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
What's cool is I had no idea a show like this existed at the time.
I'd never heard of it.
Well, it's like what I'm talking about specifically is the arrangement in terms of the gender, because what I'm used to seeing is either it's 50-50, like male and female, or it's favoring the guys, like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's even though you have female characters in there, I feel like it more so favored Will and Carlton than it did the female counterparts in the show.
Sure.
Right? And so with Family Matters, like I was more so, even though I had the biggest crush on both of Steve Urkel's women, it was more that I was focused on Steve Urkel and Eddie than I was with the other storylines going on, right? And here it's like really more focused on the female characters. I'm like, oh, that's really, and this is in the early 90s. I'm like, that's different,
Yeah, to me it kind of feels like Sex and the City, but with a couple of dudes included in the friend group.
Which I think is smart.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
I almost kind of wish that there were more guys.
Sure, I can see that.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying this dynamic. I think it's actually really neat. Just because I'm not used to seeing, like, if there was a show that was more about the women, it was like, there was still like a lot of guys usually in the story. I feel like Mad About You is one that I'm thinking of. And then there's Ellen's show before she got canceled in the 90s.
I think it was just called Ellen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other female-centric shows from that era. I can't think of any off the top of my head. But like Friends is a prime example of what I was talking about, where it's like it's 50-50.
Evenly, yeah.
So you had Roseanne, which is like a white trash family, right? And but like she was surrounded by. It's not a female show.
Yeah.
It's a family show.
This one feels like very female centric, where it's like we're talking about what it's like to be a woman living in New York, a single woman living with her friends, dating, and trying to navigate life and all that stuff while living in a big city.
If you go all the way to the beginning of sitcoms, I Love Lucy was 50-50. You had 2 men and 2 women that you were
Right.
focused in on. I Dream of Jeannie was about both of them.
Yeah, man and woman
You know.
couple. Yeah.
So I'm just trying to like fact check my brain really fast on because I said that out loud. Maybe I shouldn't have, but it's like it does feel different from everything else that I can recall that has made an impact on me.
Yeah.
You know. And so I think that's really neat because like today, I think the reason why it's profound to me is because today there are at least, I don't know, maybe 2025 is going to be different because I can already feel like there's a shift happening, but up until recently, there was so much dialogue about like, oh, we don't have enough representation of this or representation of that. It's like this show had representation.
Yeah.
You know? And but it didn't feel like it was aiming for that. It was aiming to just tell an entertaining story. You know? If that makes any sense. Maybe it was aiming for representation, but I'm not looking at it like that.
Certainly, yeah. It certainly feels like, this is definitely like the African American representation on television, which I think is great, telling these stories in a genuine and relatable way.
I guess for me,
still super entertaining.
Yeah. I think for me, the reason I didn't see it, it probably is representation, but the reason I don't see it that way is because I grew up with it. Not this show, but like a lot of shows like it. Or what I mean to say is I grew up with predominantly black shows, like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like Family Matters, like Hanging with Mr. Cooper, like all these shows, or Sister Sister. There were so many shows that were predominantly black characters, or the Wayans Brothers. I loved those shows as a kid, and I was more invested in those shows than the white versions. Even though I enjoyed the white versions as well, like Full House and Step by Step, I was more invested in the black shows. And so for me, it was just like that was normal growing up. That's all I'm saying.
Sure.
And so, but like to see it go even further, where it's like, no, but like this is about single black women in the city. I'm like, oh shit! Like I didn't even know that ever existed. That's all. This is such a long-winded point. I'm so sorry. The thing that you get in this show like this from this era, and it may be subject to change as the show goes along. Today with stuff like Amazon and just access to cable and access to the internet in general, TikTok and Instagram, the thing that you get with a show like this, because it had to have advertisers, right? Mm-hmm. There was only so far you would go with the jokes. And I think that those limitations were actually better for us in terms of making us be more creative in how we deliver the jokes. And that almost makes it funnier in a way.
Right.
When you have to like find a way to kind of sneak that in there without being so obvious and so overt about it. Because everything is so overt now, there's no filter anymore. And I'm like, okay, god dang, like put some sugar on it, please. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I do like the little zingers that they have between like all the different characters. It's like a lot of it does make me go like, oh, like, wow, that was a zinger. That was
cutting.
Was cutting. That was a roast. Like that was borderline mean, but it's delivered in like such a great way where it really rides that line well, and you like fully believe that these guys are really close friends. Because sometimes, often, in fact, you will say cutting things to the people that you're close to,
right?
Because you know that you can get away with it.
Yeah.
And it's said with love. That's the most important thing.
Yeah. So the two characters I'm waiting to see what happens with over the course of the show is Terrence and Kyle and Maxine.
Yes.
So
yes.
Anyway, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Achara Cook.
Peace out.